back to the storm conditions. It always seems these tropical storms and now hurricanes intensify at night.
Yeah, is there anything to this, Dave?
It does seem that way. There's really not. Sometimes we get heavier rainfall at night because the little boundaries that set up tighten up late at night, but Mother Nature doesn't really know what time it is. It just happens to be that this storm and many of them quite often come in late at night, but there's nothing to it. Winds forecast outside. So these are current winds sustained at 25 in Galveston, Pearland sustained at 29, Angleton sustained at 28, 15 in Houston, 16 Sugar Land, Wharton, 29 in Palacios, 32. Winds are beginning to let up in Palacios after having a 77-mile-an-hour gust a little bit ago. They've now had a wind gust of 58. Angleton a wind gust of 46, Galveston a gust of 44, Hobby a gust of 40. That's enough to begin, especially Pearland 45-mile-an-hour gust, some spotty power outages, and I think we will see some. Now, if you're just joining us, Nicholas has thrown us a little curveball. Not only has he now turned to the northeast at 10 miles an hour, an easterly component of the track, but it's now a Cat 1 hurricane, winds of 75 miles an hour. So far, the heaviest rain has stayed near the coast, and strongest winds are there as well. This is our wind gust forecast by midnight, gusting to 55 Galveston, 54 Angleton, Hobby a gust to 45 is possible by midnight tonight. As we head into 3:30 a.m., gust to 59 in Galveston, 50 in Sugar Land, Tomball possibly a gust to 46. This is all right on the borderline of giving us those spotty power outages as we head through the overnight. Forecast track from the Hurricane Center now still takes this up across Brazoria County into Galveston County and then turns it east toward Beaumont, weakens it to a depression, and then it does slow it down as it crosses the Texas-Louisiana border. But that should limit our rainfall here. Now, that sharp turn to the right, that's been fascinating, and we've been watching that over the past hour or so. And Addison, I think you have stumbled onto why this has taken that turn to the right. It's those upper level winds.
Yeah, David, we've been seeing this system rather lopsided the past several hours, of most of the rainfall occurring over on across towards the eastern side or northeastern portion of the storm system, with counties to the north and west seeing relatively light shower conditions or just overcast skies. Well, as you look at the water vapor imagery, it's like taking an X-ray scan of the atmosphere, and we also put 250 millibar winds. That's winds around 3,400 feet or so, with the same altitude that a jetliner flies at. Well, we're having that air coming on in out of a southwesterly direction, I should say, to the north and east, and you can see it kind of like blowing all that tropical moisture over to the east, creating a clear like boundary right there where we have dry air, and then you have a wall, and then you have moist air over towards the eastern side. Why is this all happening? Well, we did have an area of low pressure up aloft that was helping to guide Nicholas up this way. It has since done a little retrograding, moving backwards towards the west. All the while doing so, it's been dropping a lot of dry air across portions of Mexico and also transporting it up this way. So we are seeing a little kink in the jet stream right there, David, digging on down across portions of northern Mexico, but it's also helping to bring that dry air over this way and thankfully helping to drop some of those rainfall totals across the Houston metro area.
That dry air is working its magic for the inland areas. I think you're exactly right. That's limiting the rainfall across the inland counties. Now, we're still seeing heavy rain right along the coastal counties, and flash flood warnings in effect for coastal Matagorda and Brazoria and southwest Galveston County. And that looks like for at least the next couple of hours, that's where the heaviest wind will be, that's where the heaviest rain will be, and that's where the greatest threats will be, right along the immediate coast. Now, this is one of our higher resolution rainfall outlooks as we get through the overnight, now through 7 a.m. Perhaps 3, 4, 5 inches of rain, perhaps across inland areas. But I think this high-res model has the rain too far inland. I think most of that's going to be along the beaches there. But even if it were inland, if we were to get 5 inches of rain in Sugar Land overnight tonight, you can handle that. We're dry. Channels are down at their bottom. We've been dry for the past couple of weeks. And so we went into this situation dry, and that's helping out a lot. Now look at this. By Tuesday, 1 p.m., it's pushing the rain threat into Louisiana, bringing our rain threat to an end a little sooner than expected. Still flash flood watch in effect through Tuesday evening. That will come down when the threat eventually finally does come to an end. All right, this is down at the Kemah Boardwalk. It's windy, it's rainy, winds coming off the bay, east-northeast sustained at 25. We've had gusts to 45 mile an hour at times, and that has knocked out power to several spots along the immediate coast. As we look at the extended forecast, 100% rain chance tonight, 100% rain chance tomorrow, but hopefully that dry air aloft and that little shift in the forecast track may reduce the flash flooding threat inland significantly. That would be fine with me. Wednesday, a 50% rain chance, and then back to summertime weather as we head into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. These tropical systems always seem to want to throw us some sort of a curveball, and Nicholas has, becoming a Cat 1 hurricane, but making that jog to the right, which Mia and Ron looks like it may keep that heaviest rain on or maybe just off the immediate coastline and lower this flash flooding threat for the inland areas tonight.